Hi, how are you guys? I hope you are always happy. Before we get into the topic, first, I want to ask you something. Do you like to read? When was the last time you read a book? If somebody gave you a choice, would you rather to watch a movie or read a book? Based on my own experience, I can guess your answer. I, myself, indeed will choose to watch a movie. And I believe that you have the same idea as mine. I can say that Generation Z or Gen Z will definitely prefer activities such as playing games, watching, or hanging out compared to reading. Something related to pleasure, entertainment, anything that instant. Not all of them, of course. We always have exceptions in everything, right? Perhaps you are the exception of the generation. Many people say that reading books for too long is boring and makes us sleepy. Reading is not just an activity of understanding what is written letter by letter. Reading also requires certain techniques so that reading activities become effective without wasting time. We can summarize the contents of what we read in a short time by using this technique. And what are the magic things which will help us to read effectively? Okay, let's discuss. First is skimming. Skimming is a way of reading by taking the essence of the reading material to make it easier to know the contents of the book quickly. Second, scanning. Scanning is a fast reading technique or scanning reading. The purpose of reading using this technique is to get certain fact or information. The thing that is emphasized in this technique is that although speed reading is required, it is also necessary to look for important points in the reading material. Third, selecting. Selecting is reading select technique, in which technique is used according to your reading needs. This technique is generally done before reading activities. For example, when reading news headline in newspaper. Fourth, skipping. Skipping is reading technique that jumps or ignores the part that are needed, or better known by summarizing. From the fourth technique, which technique have you applied? None of them. Surely you should try at home after this. Now a reader letter. I took a career of the program of in-writing literacy. Cause, first, you can train the brain and mind. Reading books very good as a brain and mind exercise. Reading can help to keep the brain in order to always carry out its function perfectly. Second, it can reduce stress. By reading, it can make the mind more relaxed so that stress problem can be overcome and even be overcome by up to 67%. Third, it can improve memory quality. Reading books really works to improve the quality of the brain so that the quality of memory continues to be enhanced. Fourth, it also makes us have wider knowledge. The usefulness of reading books can help a person broaden his thinking. Someone who is to read a book is certainly more able to think boldly and realistically. And there is saying, the more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more place you will go. I'm Vellieta Ellena Jenar Sasongko. Thank you.